With the finish line in sight, two sides who stumbled over Easter meet at Blackwell Meadows for this, the penultimate home game of the season for the Quakers. They make three changes from the side beaten by Gateshead on Easter Monday, with Danny Ellis, Cameron Thompson and Danny Rose returning to the starting lineup as Junior Mondal and Alex Purver drop to the bench with David Wheater out. Brackley were beaten by Boston on Easter Monday, their first defeat in quite some time, and they react to that by making one change, bringing in Connor Franklin for Glenn Walker. Griffiths taking it a little further in advance of that. Taking inside, looking for Thompson. It's gotten through to him as well. Thompson turns inside, a challenge, has a shot. Spilled away by the keeper. Lambert's going to collect that on the left-hand side, just by the corner flag, and look to immediately get Darlington back into the area again. Back to Headley. He has to come back to Rose. Rose back to Lawler. Lawler across to Ellis, wearing the armband today in the absence of David Wheater. Ellis out to the right-hand side. Dos Santos couldn't quite get to that, it runs past him, and Lomas will be happy to see that over the byline for a goal kick. But the first chance of the game goes to Darlington. Thompson cutting inside well and having a shot which Lewis couldn't get a clean hold on when spilled across the area, well out of harm's way. In the end, Lambert picked it up and tried to recycle it but couldn't get it back into the area, and in the end the visitors survive with a goal kick. Gives it to Nathan Lowe, who immediately returns it. Griffiths has to turn back to his own goal, plays it back to Ellis. He lofts one forward. Thompson's up there. Ball comes back off him after he loses out on the header, and the loose ball drops to Danny Rose. Ben Headley's got a bit of space here in the middle of the pitch, and he finds Jack Lambert on the left-hand side. Lambert gets away from York again. Neat footwork by Lambert, plays it inside for Dos Santos. He lays it back for Moke. No room for a shot. Brackley have got men behind the ball here, and a lot of them. And eventually Nathan Lowe just gets a blatant shove in the back there. And we saw what Nathan Lowe can do with the dead ball on Monday. But you would imagine Danny Lewis probably saw that too, and will be far more wary of any attempt by Nathan Lowe here to try and find that top corner again. What a goal that was on Monday. Can he repeat it here? It's himself and Rose that are over it. Lowe is going to take it, and it's not far off. Headley drops the ball on the floor, immediately passes it to Lawler. Lawler pings one out to the right hand side, looking for Dos Santos, not finding him. Cleared away by Brackley. Armson plays the ball forward. Ellis and Gordon battling for that one. Ellis with arms all over the back of Gordon there. Free kick comes in then. Delivered deep. Saved by Taylor. Rebound bounces away off the line and into the grateful arms of Tommy Taylor again, but Gordon with the chance from about 3 yards there. Point blank save by Tommy Taylor. The rebound dropped to another Brackley player who tried to fire it back in again, but two Darlington players on the line in the way of it. And when it rebounds off one of them, Tommy Taylor's there to pick up the pieces. Great save by the Darlington keeper. It remains 0-0. And that's the closest the visitors have been. Darlington looking to fashion an attack of their own now, with Jack Lambert in the middle, picking the ball up about 25 yards. Turns and plays it out to the left-hand side for Headley. Headley flicks it up, plays it out to Dos Santos, who immediately gives it back to Headley. Throw-in taken and helped on its way. Ellis hooks a foot around the Brackley attacker before they can reach it and hooks it away again, but Brackley will come again through Armson out to the right hand side for York. He had a little bit of room there, has a shot, it's off the bar. I wondered if Tommy Taylor may have got her fingertips to that. The decision is goal kick. Good effort that by York. Had Taylor at full stretch, and I wondered if he'd gotten fingertips to it, but it comes back off the bar, loops out over onto the roof of the net. Well collected by Colin Griffiths. It didn't go out for a throw-in the end. Danny Rose now on the right hand side of the field, plays it inside for Lawler. Lawler will bring it across the halfway line, gives it to Dos Santos. He turns. Murrumbedzi slides in behind him, wins the ball back. Played forward by Armson. And Ellis left on the floor by Lowe. Ball out to the right hand side, ball out to the left hand side from Lowe. Gordon with the shot. Headley's throw in, charged down by Undlove before it could reach Moke, but eventually it comes back to Headley. His long ball forward nodded clear before it could reach Dos Santos. Lambert challenging up the left hand side. Undlove rides the challenge from Moke. 1 additional minute to be added on. Murrumbedzi into the centre circle for Armson. He brings the ball out to the left hand side. As Brackley look to fashion a late attack here. I think it's Matt Lowe over on the left hand side. He's made it into the area. Caught, was he? The referee's not giving anything. Tackles flying in on the edge of the area. Brackley still have the ball, but it's them that have their backs to goal for once. And they have to go all the way back into their own half and all the way back to their own keeper. And he plays it to Dean. Dean gives it back to Lewis. And the Brackley bench still shouting at the referee. They feel that was a penalty. And Griffiths will collect that. Undlove goes over there to say hello. Griffiths just turns and plays it forward to Dos Santos. He's got no options behind him. He just has to come back towards his own goal. Dinks it over the top for Lowe. He's managed to touch that around Lewis Lomas and done well there. Lomas into the middle. Lowe into the middle for Thompson. Shoots on just the wrong side of the post. A few people in the stand here with me thought that was just creeping into the corner, but not quite. Good work by Nathan Lowe getting away from Lomas. Cuts that inside for Cameron Thompson, and his shot right-footed. Dos Santos inside to Rose, but he has to just play it forward under some pressure. Murrumbedzi gets something on it, but that's just going to loop through to Tommy Taylor. Taylor with the quick throw out. Headley to Lambert. Lambert getting away from his man this time and coming up the left-hand side. York stayed with him. Lambert's come inside though. Lambert trying to find the ball through to Griffiths, but Undlove has come all the way forward. Well shepherded, but Griffiths has slid in and taken it away from him. Griffiths to Dos Santos inside the area. Dos Santos turns. Is he going to have a shot? Yes, he is, and that's beaten over the bar by Lewis. I thought Dos Santos was going to go left-footed there, but he's leathered it right-footed, and Lewis just throws an arm up and tips it over the bar. And the Quakers very much starting the second half on top. 2 quick chances in the first 5 minutes, and what I think is their first corner. Looks to drop that on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it comes off a Darlington player last. It's going to be a corner to the visitors. Murrumbedzi goes over to take the corner. I believe he's right-footed, so expect an outswinger here. Curling towards the edge of the area. Kept in, is it? Has that gone over the line? It's been cleared off the line not once but twice. Fired back in by Richards. Over the bar, over the fence, out of the ground. Brackley believe they've scored there. That corner curled dangerously into the byline on the opposite side. Cut back across. Cleared off the line by a Quakers player and then fired back in and cleared off the line again. Although I will confess you would have to buy a ticket in order to win a lottery, wouldn't you, as the old saying goes. I didn't get any today. Tommy Taylor with the goal kick. And it looks like Darlington are readying some changes. As Lopez heads that on, and there's a bit of room here for Undlove. He turns, he shoots, he scores. The visitors lead. Ball over the top, nodded on. Undlove against Lawler. He just cuts it onto his right foot. Fires it down, fires it past Tommy Taylor, diving to his left. And the visitors have taken the lead with just about 20 minutes of the game to go. Lee Undlove. And he was their leading scorer. He's added to his tally. I think that's his 15th of the season in the league. And the Quakers react to that immediately with the substitution that I mentioned earlier they were planning to make. Nathan Lowe is replaced. By number 23, Alex Purver. And it's Alex Purver coming on to replace him. York plays it forward. Hampson on the right hand side now. Gets to near the byline, tries to play that one across. It's held up in the wind a little, hasn't gone out of play. Undlove brings it. Griffiths gives him a little nudge. And it's enough for the man in the middle to point to the spot. Penalty to Brackley. Ball, the cross from the right hand side, didn't quite loop out of play. Just bounced inside. Undlove picked it up. Griffiths catches him. Undlove feels the contact goes down. And it's a chance for Brackley to double the lead, and you would probably think secure the 3 points with just over 10 minutes remaining. It's going to be James Armson to take it. Takes it, scores. Sends Tommy Taylor the wrong way. And in the 79th minute, from the penalty spot, James Armson makes it Darlington 0, Brackley 2. 3 very useful points for the visitors in their hunt for the title. And a scoreline for the home side that, and I said I'd ask this after the match just like I did before, probably ends playoff hopes, barring a great turnaround in the next 10 minutes, as Adriano Moke leaves the field. Back to Rose. Rose to Lambert. Rose ends up on the floor, just got caught as he was playing that forward, and that will be the last action of the second half that started brightly for the Quakers with early chances. But then after that, it looked to only be going one way. Brackley having shots cleared off the line from a corner, not once but twice, before eventually, after 71 minutes, Lee Undlove made the breakthrough. And then 8 minutes later, sealing the 3 points from the penalty spot after Undlove was brought down, and James Armson sent Tommy Taylor the wrong way to allow the away side to recover from picking up 1 point from 6 over Easter. They pick up all 3 here today, and for the Quakers, it's a 3rd defeat in a row.